Hi guys, this is Adam from Adrenaline Cycles again. We're starting a YouTube series and we're going to be posting some videos for helpful tricks and tips, and also just, things that we do sell here at our shop and online. First thing we want to talk about is we have a lot of people calling asking about, fender flares. We sell a lot of these. They do really well in the shop and then online. And one thing we have noticed in, riding and trail riding here in, eastern Kentucky and Tennessee, Brimstone area, is the windshield really gets covered up. It takes a lot of mud from the front, especially when you put bigger tires on these 72-inch models. So we've come up with a solution for that, as well as back here in the back, riding in tight areas, in and around trees and rock, big ruts and things. These fender flares tend to get ripped out because they're mounted so rigid and so solid to the back. And what it'll do, a lot of times it'll mess this panel up by pulling the bolts out and basically just ripping this loose, and it'll be hanging down once a tree comes down it when you're riding. We've got a little tip trick, something that doesn't cost anything but a little time to fix this issue, as well as a product we make here to fix the front issue. We'll go over to our demo buggy and show you guys some of the things we've done. Since we're at the back of the machine, we'll continue to show you. You can look at this. I mean, the whole body panel's moving. So you can imagine going down a tree, what this is going to do. It's literally just going to peel this away. And if you haven't already had it done, if you ride in the woods, you're going to do it. On our version, this is our demo. We've cut the underside out, and you can see already how much more flex we get on that fender flare versus back over on this one. I mean, this thing's moving about a half an inch, not even that. This thing, is moving an inch. And what that allows you to do is to rake down that tree and it plop off versus, tearing this whole piece off your buggy. And then, where do you put it at? Have you damaged a high-dollar panel? So, and what we've done on this one is we basically cut the whole inside out. You can see, my cut line. I just cut right up to the edge and cut everything out all the way down to my bottom mounting bolting hole, and just cut it all out. The front or the top side of the fender flare has enough screws in it to hold it, so it's going to do its job. It's not going to fall off. And with all this removed, you get that flexibility to let that tree or that ditch or that rock or whatever scrape down and off versus tearing the whole bedside off. So that solves the back. That doesn't cost you anything, and we've been doing it for the last probably 2 years, and it works really, really well. We'll move on up to the front. Again, these are factory BRP flares. This is the front set, and we've added an extension onto this. And this is something we make here in-house out of some ABS plastic. And what it does is it protects the rest of your windshield. With these on, you might wash your windshield maybe 3 to 4 times in a long day ride, versus with just the factory one, you're gaining, I think we counted it up, 200 plus inches of coverage for the front tire. And you can easily see that it comes forward and covers, a lot more than the factory flare does. It sells for $75 shipped to you. Comes with all the hardware you need to mount it, instructions, and man, these things, we've run them for 2 years on our personal buggies and decided to, bring it onto the market for everyone to take advantage of it, have a more enjoyable riding experience, and just, help keep the mud off your windshield. If you're not running a windshield, it helps keep the mud out of the cab. We kept them up high enough to where you're not going to be tearing it off, riding around, in some big rocks or boulders or trees. We've had a lot of experience with this bolt already getting broke out in the factory, so we just stopped it up high. Makes it, work really great and does all that we wanted to do. And like I said, we tried this for 2 years and get a lot of requests, people wanting to know where we got them at. So we decided to, go ahead and put it on our website. You should be able to start finding it on eBay or Amazon and pick them up. Like I said, real simple instructions, all hardware included. You've got to have the factory front fender flares, though. That's the only way we're making them and selling them at this time. So if you guys got any questions, leave your comments down below and we'll try to answer them. And we hope to see you here at the shop or on the trail.